Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Angel and Spirit Guide message reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now before I dive into your reading, I want to say that during these uncertain and scary times, these readings are focusing on love, light, and positivity in order to raise our energy vibration, to raise us up, and to move us forward in strength, positivity, and connection with our angels and our spirit guides, instead of lowering our energy vibration, taking away our power, and making us feel small, insignificant, and powerless in a scary time, because there's more than enough energy out there and things out there to make us feel helpless, and these are to make us feel powerful. Okay, Pisces, with that said, let's dive in. I'm going to be starting with your Spirit Guide animal cards. These are also your totem animals for this time. Now, if you see these animals in the wild or you see an image of these animals, this is really your angels and your Spirit Guide, Pisces, tapping you on the shoulder saying, remember this message. So, Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay, this one right here. Oh, you have the antelope spirit, which says life is speeding up. And then you have the cow spirit, the miracles are endless. So life is speeding up and the miracles are endless. And what's really nice is that the energy just from these two cards that I've pulled is that you're really going to start to see that the miracles are endless. This is something that you can actually visualize within your mind, that you can see yourself moving forward in, and that's really powerful. So now your chakra cards. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness, well, this one just popped out. Meditation is going to be so important for you. And then we have relationships. So you may even be meditating on relationships or how to have a deeper and more meaningful relationship with others, but also with yourself. That's going to be something that's really important to you. You're really calling to your heart right now. And that is something that's going to ignite passion, connection, a sense of, it's going to bring up a sense of vulnerability. So do be prepared for that. But it's also going to bring you a sense of fulfillment and power. And it's like, finally my time. That is coming forward. It's like, yeah, now it's time to step into my heart's desire, into what I want. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Angel and Spirit Guide message for Pisces. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. All right. So at the center of everything, you have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. You're crowned by the Lovers, which makes perfect sense. Relationships are going to be very important to you, but also focusing on what you love. We have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, completion of a cycle here. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, starting of a new journey. I do see that. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I love these gifts that you're getting. And you have the Magician, so you're definitely taking them. Absolutely. Seven of Wands. Nine of Swords. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And you have Judgment. So you have this resurrection of power and self, and you have this connection to what you truly love and what you truly want. Okay. So let's start off with the fact that life is speeding up. And I do see at your heart that you're carrying a lot of pain, a sense of looking towards the past, a sense of, can I move forward? Am I going to be able to move to where I want to move? You're carrying blessings at your roots. So know that you have a strong foundation here, and that there is this kind of war between just letting your heart open and following what you love and feeling like the fight isn't over. Because that's at your heart right here. It's like, is the fight over? Am I going to be able to move forward the way that I want to, the way that I need to, the way that life is calling to me? But it's kind of felt like there's plexiglass. Yeah, it's plexiglass in front of you. It's not even glass that you can shatter. Like you can just punch it and it can fall down. It's kind of like it's taking a really hard time. It's almost like bulletproof glass, right? It's taking a really hard time to break down these barriers, and yet you can see the beauty that you want on the other side. So there's a heightened level of frustration there at your heart. Right? So we start off with the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Things are moving forward. It's kind of like ready or not, here it comes. But you're ready for it. You're ready for it, and you have been ready for it for quite some time. You just haven't known yet. And the miracles are endless. You are going to see that once you start opening yourself up to miracles, once you start opening yourself up to the extraordinary, it starts to move you forward. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like saying, like, once you have wealth or once you have prosperity in your life, it starts calling to more prosperity. It can be within your bank account, it can be within your existence, it can be whatever it is. But it's abundance, it's money or what you value as much as money. And once you start having it come in, the more you see it come. And that's going to be a really powerful thing for you, because Pisces, you can definitely put on the brakes to things and say, no, I can't. And that's, when I see that, it is frustrating, okay? And it will be frustrating for you. But you have to know that that's where you are in your journey. And so whether you're sitting there and saying, Dane, that's not where I want to be, nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to be breaks on, the doubt, the fear, the looking at what you love and just thinking, well, I would love to have that, but I'm not worthy of it. And here it's opening your heart up to miracles. It's opening your heart up to say, it's not the extraordinary miracles. It's the little everyday miracles. It is the laughter of a child. It is the joy in your heart when you wake up. And instead of waking up with dread, it's waking up with love. It is, it's having your coffee or your tea come out just right, in the morning or in the afternoon, wherever you drink it. So it's a million things that we take for granted. And it's really sitting here, and it's almost being in a meditative state throughout your day. And instead of just going through mindlessly, as we do, kind of like drones, we go through one thing and then another, and we don't pay attention to it, and we don't connect, it makes your heart feel hollow and empty. And you will find that you try to fill it with things that give you pleasure and give you meaning, but they won't always have the same pleasure and meaning if they ring hollow on your heart. So here it is connecting with your mind, and it's connecting with your passion, with your desire. It's also moving away from negative energy. All right, so the sacral chakra is where we hold a lot of negative energy from this life, from past lives. And here you're looking not only at the relationship that you have in your life now and the relationships that you have in your life now, but you're looking at the relationships you've had in past lives, or the relationships that you've had within your DNA line. So it can be that you've inherited, the relationship that you had with your parents, which, adults set the tone for relationships. It can be, when you're a little child. It can be the relationships that you've just inherited. You've just thought, oh, well, this is the way it's always going to be. And you never knew why. And so here you're really looking at relationships and you're healing major blockages that have been holding you back. And this is why I'm saying, like, there can be the brakes on things, because at your heart, it's like, will this ever end? Will I be able to move forward? And we have that with the Four of Pentacles, okay? It's kind of like a miserly mindset, very much so. And it can be that you're being drained, your energy, your power, your purpose, because you are a water sign energy. You come straight from the heart, and that's what you have to know about yourself. You have to know that emotionally, that is how you respond. And that is actually a fantastic way to respond, even though it might make you feel more vulnerable, because I am of the firm belief that we are of the heart. We are of our emotions. And then as we build the understanding of our emotions, as we see the jealousy, the anger, the love, the joy that we have, we can start to move forward. And as you start to move forward, you are going to see that the doubts and the fears that you have had, the sense of being overwhelmed, the sense of, worrying at night, the sense of not being able to sleep, as you start to look at prosperity and say, I'm opening my doors to it. I'm not being afraid anymore. And I know people sit there and say, Dane, why the heck would I be afraid of prosperity? I call it into my life. I want to have richness in. I've been there. I mean, seriously, I've been there. It was easier to keep the narrative that I was told when I was little that I was worthless. It was easier to keep the narrative that I would play to, that I couldn't have the prosperity that I wanted in my life. And until I shattered that, I kept that story going, because it's the story that I knew. And so here, it can be shattering an old narrative. It can be sitting there and saying, third grade teacher, you have no power over me anymore, and meaning it. because we carry scars. And if you remember hurts and pains that happened from more than a year ago, all right, and that's being generous with the time frame, that's an emotional scar. It's not the good memories, it's not the joyous memories, but it's the ones that make you feel weak, that make you feel powerless, that make you feel overwhelmed. And those are being like emotional vampires to you. So you can have people in your life who are emotional vampires, who you might just need to cut out, or you might really need to sit there and say, how am I going to deal with you? Or maybe I don't want to deal with you at this point. You're going to have to work it out. You are. But there's also memories that I'm seeing here that have been planted like seeds. Okay? And instead of letting you nourish yourself and letting yourself move forward in prosperity and power, it's planted seeds of doubts within your heart. And that's where you are right here. And I see you connecting with your angels and with your spirit guides, but it's mostly with your angels. And it's saying, from the smallest bit of confidence comes the strongest self. It's not the person who has had the easy time of it that really understands the value of prosperity and bounty and beauty. Okay, it's not being a spoiled prince in their palace. It's the person who's had to fight for it. It's the person who has known despair and hardships and pains and disappointments and not let that poison their hearts. And that's what you're doing here. You are moving forward. And you're not letting the seeds of doubt and insecurity, and you're not letting the, what your 16-year-old boyfriend or girlfriend said to you still take root and keep you down. You are moving forward. And as you do so, you're going to feel like you have to fight for what you love. You're going to feel like it's a battle. You are. Why? Because that's what we're taught. We're taught if you want to be the best, you have to be competitive. And it's not rolling over and playing dead at all. Stand your ground. Pick your heel. Most definitely. Know where you stand. And this is also saying here, have confidence within yourself. You're healing the relationship within yourself. And you might very well, with the Seven of Wands, you stand your ground, you know what it is that you want, but you're also having the courage to stand up for yourself. So with the Seven of Wands, and I have been seeing it as, for a very long time, as, you stand your ground, know what to fight, know when to walk away. Right? But now I'm starting to see it also with stand your ground. Don't step on every stone. As my great grandma would say, if you step on every stone, you'll never get to the other side. But it's standing your ground, it's knowing what it is that you want. And it's saying, I will not slink away. I will not be bullied, and I will not be bruised for what I love, for what I adore, and for the passion and the beauty that I want within my life. You can be standing up to a Gemini energy, most definitely. This is a time frame, May 21st to June 20th. You might find that you're really standing up for yourself during this time frame. You're really kind of, seizing what you want and going for it. It can also be that you're standing up to your dual nature. You might find, and we all have it, we have the shadow self and we have the self that lives in the light, most definitely. And you might be looking at the mean, nasty, horrible side of you. Everybody has it. We don't like to talk about it because we're not supposed to talk about things like anger and shame and jealousy and hurt and, despair and being so frustrated that you could just, claw your own eyes out. You're not supposed to talk about that. Everything's supposed to be beautiful and everything is filtered and everything is lovely, but that's not how life is. And so with the Lover's card, you are looking at the two aspects of yourself. You are finding what you love and you are holding to what you love. But you're also finding the power within overcoming the darkness, within saying, okay, yeah, I might get mad, but I'm not letting that rule me because that makes me into a tyrant. And I do not want to be a tyrant. I want to be a king. I want to be a beloved ruler of my life instead of a tyrannical overlord of my existence. And you can be having a fight with that, most definitely. You might be sitting there and saying, I don't know how to motivate myself to move forward positively and lovingly without, getting mad at myself and saying, oh, you stupid idiot, you're just falling into the same patterns you always do. And I can't believe, I have to waste time with you because you are me. And it's just so frustrating. And we all get to that point. And you're fighting it. You're moving away from it. You're also embracing what you love. And you're embracing both aspects of yourself to move forward in power and in dedication. And this leads you to your roots. Your roots are the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of passion, of intuition and instinct, of power. And this is your angels saying, you have this. And I want you to have it. So you're going to feel a really close connection, because look at this, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but not really. Because you have it here with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, this is your passion, this is your power, this is what you love and adore. Seeds are being planted. You are moving forward. And it happens as you resurrect. So you might have felt as if a part of you was dead. Like your passion, the beauty in life, everything became hard. Because life becomes hard, whether we like it or not. And here it's a rising out of our coffins. And it's rising out of the tombs of our own making at time, or the tombs that we inherited, and the doubt that has been our narrative for too long. And so as you rise, you embrace your passion and your power. You're also greatly connected, okay? And this is something to absolutely utilize. You are greatly connected to the bounty during this time. This does not mean that if you're sitting on your couch eating chips, that life is just going to magically, become what you want it to be. No. Stand up. Take space. Claim your presence in this world, because if you don't claim it, nobody will claim it for you. Claim your presence in this world and move forward in confidence. Even if you have to fake that confidence, it's okay. Speak with surety. Start to speak your truth. You might find that you hold your tongue a lot more, or you might find that a lot of what you thought was your truth isn't. And that's cool. Things get weeded out. Your angels and your spirit guides are guiding you. You have your passion, you have your intuition, you have this fire burning within you, and it raises you up. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to claim what I want in this life, and I'm not going to be deterred. You might get deterred. You might sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to change absolutely everything. I'm going to do everything, and it's all going to be perfect. Okay? Day one, you set your goals too high. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Do you not see the mess that everything is? And you step away because it's too much. It's too overwhelming. Small little goals. I like small little goals. And it's like, just do one thing that starts setting you up for success. And let's say it's cleaning up clutter, okay? Lord knows I'm a huge clutter bug. So it's taking one area and tidying it. Not the whole space, but just one area. And then as you tidy it, things become more bearable. It's starting that project that you've been so afraid of, that has been so overwhelming. It's having the conversations, the meaningful conversations that you want to have. It's not sitting there and saying, oh, okay, I'm going to, do this all at once. But it's kind of like training a dog, right? And I know this sounds really funny to use this as an analogy, but when you train a dog, and as you're training your dog, you only want to do about maybe 5-10 minutes of training, and then go and play and have fun, and then you can come back to more training later. But you want to set them up for success. So you want to do short little intervals that make them feel very proud and make you feel really proud of them. So if you would do this with your dog, or you would do this with a child, I know, funny analogies, but why not do it with yourself? And so here you have the gift of passion, of prosperity, of seeds being planted, being given to you. And it comes when you have too big a load. And that's why I'm saying, do things small. Do things small, and you'll see that you're happier with yourself. Because with the 10 of Wands, you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you're exhausted. It's like, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, and I need to be done. And so here, as you get this gift of prosperity, you see the passion and dedication that you have being rekindled, okay? And you see yourself starting anew. And you do. You see yourself starting at step one. And you might think, oh my gosh, step one, I'm starting all the way back. No, you've finished this cycle. You've learned what you need to know. And it's knowing, okay, with the wands, this is passion, this is creativity, this is our jobs, this is what we kind of are driven towards on this earthly plane. And it's not kind of, it's what we're driven towards on this earthly plane. It might be your job pays your bills, but you have this secret passion, or this passion that you've gone after, and you're frustrated with it, okay? You're going to start to see that passion anew. You're going to start to look at things in a different light and in a different way, giving yourself permission to move forward with a renewed sense of vigor, a renewed sense of, I can do this. And as you do so, I like how you have the countdown from the 10 to the 9, but as you do so, and then you have 20, so this is doubled. As you do so, as you let this go, you rise. You rise to new heights. But there's doubts and there's fears, and there's going to be bumps along the way, and hardships and disappointments, and a sense of, oh no, oh absolutely no. But you have the repeat of the number 1 3 times. So you have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, 1 and 1, and then you have the Magician, again, a 1. So 1 is a number of strength, a number of determination, and a number of stubbornness. So you are going to be very stubborn, very determined, and very driven during this time. You are also going to be an alchemist. Now, an alchemist, you're not really going to sit, well, you can if you want to, but sitting in your house trying to turn lead into gold may not be your thing, all right? So here, it is the sense of turning, if you look at the deeper meaning of alchemy, all right, it is, you can look at it as the transformation of the self from lead, from something that isn't very valuable to gold, to something that is astoundingly valuable. And you're looking at your psyche and yourself, and you are seeing the elements needed to transform you. Okay, swords, clear thought. Pentacles, prosperity. You need prosperity. You need to know the seeds that you are planting and not plant rotten fruit. Fire, the wands, passion, instinct, determination. You have to have that passion in your gut. Even if it dies down every now and then, you need to have that passion moving you forward. And then water, your soul's truth, the nourishing of the body, the cleansing of the heart. And as you have that come together, you will start to do the alchemical transformation on yourself, and you will become more than you have expected. And it might take longer, and it will take longer than we anticipate to have ourselves transformed. But it's gorgeous, Pisces. It really is. And then it moves you to the Two of Cups. So I love that you have the Major Arcana Lovers card and you have the Minor Arcana Lovers card. It's like it is time to open your heart to what you love. It is time to have that strong, powerful, beautiful relationship with yourself. You are calling yourself forward. So you open yourself up to what you love. You are kissed by your angels. You see yourself transforming and becoming. You see yourself empowered and invigorated. And as you see this, and I love that you go from 1 to 2, it's like you step into your power. You step into this connection with yourself. Communication, highly important, especially with you and your angels. This would be a fantastic time to start a dialogue with your angels. It can be an angel notebook. You know, you can name your angels. My angel's name is Imani that I talk to all the time. You don't have to name your angel. You can just call them angel because, that is the name in and of itself. You can sit there and have a notebook. You can just talk out loud if that helps you. That's what I like to do. I just like to talk out loud, work things out. You might sound kooky to people who are hearing you, but you talk privately in your own quiet space. That would be cool. Or you talk in your head and you'll see that you start to work things out. You start to come to conclusions. You start to see things more clearly. And what's going to happen is as you're connecting, you're going to know what you're fighting for. And you're going to see the doubts and the fears and the anger and the apprehension start to fall away. You're going to see the sleepless nights moving because you're giving yourself dedication and determination. You're giving yourself a gift of focus. And not to be so focused that, again, it steals you of your sleep, but to be focused enough to know that each day was well spent. And there's something astoundingly powerful in that. Each day is well spent. Each moment, not maybe each moment, but your time was well utilized. Your day, when you ended it, was a little bit better than the day when you began it. And that is something that is astoundingly beautiful. And it's not having, and you're going to see that you're not going to have throwaway days. You're not, well, you'll have them every now and then, of course. But you're going to see that you start moving forward in such purpose and dedication of self that it's like, I know my worth. I know my power. And I am utilizing me to the highest. And that is going to be so powerful for you. It really is. And you are utilizing yourself to the highest, Pisces. And as you embrace your highest form of prosperity, there isn't going to be this vampiric energy at your heart. There isn't going to be this miserly need to hold on to things because you're going to know that there's enough and that the miracles are endless. The bounty is endless and you are moving towards endless prosperity and endless bounty. Your subconscious message for this time, oh, I love it, is the Ace of Chalices. Again, you have another ace. That's 3 aces. Divine gifts come in 3s. All right? So you have the Ace of Chalices. You have a gift just for you. And it's a gift of cleansing. It's a gift that can bring tears. It is a gift that is moving you forward. And as you are moving forward, you are embracing your passion, your power, and your purpose. You are embracing you. And you are moving forward in dedication of self. And I just think there's something so beautiful in the serenity of this. It's like you're moving forward towards why you are on this earth and why you were born. Being nourished by the eternal mother of existence, by light and by love. Your subconscious chakra message is life purpose. Yeah, that's exactly it. You're walking towards your life purpose and you're claiming your life purpose. This is part of your third chakra. And I always thought it was interesting. I always thought like, oh, life purpose being part of your third chakra, how intense. But it makes sense because we speak forth our life purpose every day. Even if at that moment, it's not that we know exactly the reason why we're on this earthly plane. It's that we are looking at things and we are saying, this is who I am. This is what I want. And this is where I'm heading. And so our life purpose one day may be different than our life purpose for the rest of our life, if you know what I'm saying. So it can change and it can morph. But each day you're climbing the steps. You know, Jung said that everything that you experience, everything that you discover is exactly where you are supposed to be, because it's getting you towards the higher extent of consciousness, the higher purpose of self. And that's what the life purpose is. And it's also speaking with the confidence of your soul, of yourself, and of your truth. It moves you forward. It guides you. It caresses you. It moves you towards something great. And it moves you towards greatness. And again, you have the 1 and the 2. Now you have two twos here. So this connection with creativity, this connection with communication, this connection with, people is going to be so important. You can't do this by yourself. So even if it's just connecting with your angels and your spirit guides, you're going to see that that moves you in a very meditative space that most people can't achieve, because most people cannot be quiet and listen. Listen. And you are going to see that beauty starts to open. It's listening with your heart. It's not listening with anger and hate and despair. It's listening with love and positivity and truth. And then it leads you to your subconscious spirit animal message, which is the badger spirit. Be fearless and be bold, Pisces, because the world is yours. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending nothing but loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Stay safe, and I love you all. Bye.